What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Ray Dietrich here, chilling in the front yard. It's like my favorite little spot, like my fake green screen background here. Right. Do me a favor. If it's your first time watching, drop a 1 so I can connect with you. If it's not, drop me a little fire emoji or something cool, or say, hey, I've been here before, you're boring, blah, 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 whatever. Put a number 2, whatever you got, all right? Lay it on me. So here is the deal for the day. Let me give you some real, raw social media coaching, right? Here's your social media coaching for the day. Instead of charging you 10 grand and calling myself a social media coach, I'm going to tell you the smartest thing you can do with social media is if you want to find out where to go next with social, go ask like a 12-year-old girl what she's doing on social. I missed the boat on Snapchat by 4 years because I blew it off as a kid's app. Right? Like my kids, my daughter, my oldest, Maddie, was snapping, like, seriously, like maybe 5 years ago. And I'm like, what's that? She tried to explain it to me. I'm like, I don't get it. It's weird. Whatever. It's dumb. I don't want anything to do with that. Right? Like, I don't get it. I can't make money on that app. Whatever. 3-4 years later, everybody's on it. And I'm like, damn, I missed the boat again. So I make it, and I know it sounds silly, right? Like, I ask a 12-year-old, I'll be your social media coach, right? Seriously, though. If you have kids around in your life, like you guys who have kids, if you have nieces, nephews, sisters, brothers, whatever, if you have somebody under the age of like 18 and you want to find out what's really relevant, what's really current and social, what's really, what are people usually using, where are they going, like where are they hanging out, ask them. I was just chatting with my daughter Morgan, and she's a YouTuber. She's almost 13, like right in that sweet millennial teen spot, like where they are tech everything, right? She's like, hey, have you gone on YouNow? I'm like, you what? YouNow. Like, what the hell is YouNow? I guess it's another app. It's been around like 5 freaking years. I was just playing with it right now. It literally does syndication. You go live on this thing, it syndicates to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, G+, like it just spreads your freaking stream to everybody, right? Once you get it set up. I'm like, how do I not know that? She's like, I don't know, all the YouTubers been doing this for years, Dad. I'm like, oh yeah, that's about right. So seriously, like if you're looking, like if you want to find out where to hit next, where to build, where to grow, what platform to pick, where to create content, go talk to somebody who's 18 or under, right? Go talk to a teenager. That literally is where you're going to find out what's hot, what's next, all that stuff. See, Josh, yeah, man, like, Josh is on here saying he had an NFL influencer from Phenom Elite with 5,000 views on a snap, right? It's something I completely ignored. People who didn't are smart, and they're crushing it, right? So my big thing is like, don't pick one platform. Don't just, what's up, Michael? Don't just try to get busy on one platform, because you don't know what's going to happen. You have no control. You have no ownership, obviously, so you can get taken out for anything. You say the wrong thing, you're going to lose your account. It's gone, okay? Go talk to somebody on YouTube who just used to be a YouTube marketer. How many people have lost their YouTube accounts? All their videos gone. But if you're finding out, hey, where do I want to go next? Because guess what? If you talk to kids right now under 18, they're not on Facebook. I promise you, these kids are not on Facebook. If you have a teenager, they will tell you like, hey, I have Facebook for pictures sharing with my family. That's about the extent of Facebook on there, okay? Obviously, that's not everybody, but even those kids, you talk to them. I got a daughter who's 18 and one who's almost 13, okay? And I'm like, hey, so I like pick their brains. So I'm like, where are you guys hanging out? Where do you spend your time? Guess what? Still Snapchat. Still 100% snapping. Okay, they're on Instagram. Not the same though. Like Instagram's people, I think, like 25 and up, right? And Facebook's probably mostly 25, 30 and up. It's just all those old guys out here hanging out, you know, like doing the social thing. Kids, they're on Snap. They're in different kind of group chats. They're doing their thing like a totally different way. So if you're selling online, like you have to understand this stuff. You have to know if your customers are teenagers. Like if you're selling a product where teens are buying, you better not be wasting money on Facebook. I'll tell you that. Like it's not going to help you. You better figure out geo filters on Snapchat. You better figure out Instagram probably. You know, that's a better way to reach out to them. Yeah, exactly, Michael. You know, they live on Snap. Like they have these group chats, all this stuff. If you're not selling like with geo filters to like events, like you can do that stuff cheap. We did a couple filters, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and we were dropping filters and gating them. You can geogate like those cool filters for a location like as big as a ballroom. Like you could literally, say you want to market on Snap, you could create a filter and hit certain industry events and drop it to where anybody on Snap in that, literally you can get it down to that event room, to that hall, right? And put your own custom Snapchat filter. Like if you're targeting millennials, you know, at wherever event, like Comic-Con, as an example, you could geogate exactly Comic-Con and pay for a paid filter in that with Snapchat. You got to think about that stuff though. You got to, and you know, there's not a lot of paid opportunities on Snap other than geofilters right now. So the next step is go after influencers. Go pay somebody on Snap to do a takeover, or just pay them to push out, you know, snaps with your information. You have to think outside of the box. So, you know, it's literally like ask people who know what they're doing, like little kids. Like ask kids where they're in social. You can look forward 5-10 years. They're not going to change their tendencies. They're not going to just find Facebook, you know, once they turn 30, they're not going to go, oh, well, it's time to use Facebook now. Nope, they're going to have been on Snap and Insta and all these different places, and you need to know like where to market to these kids. What's funny is, you know, I missed the Twitter boat. Like I was on Twitter 5 years ago, whatever it was, and I didn't like it. I just didn't get it. And I didn't do anything with it, and then now I'm back, like trying to do my thing on there, and I have like no reach, right? But teenagers love Twitter. It's like it skipped like a 10-year time span in age. Like high school kids are all about Twitter, so there's plenty of paid ad opportunities on Twitter you can get on. Like it just depends on who your market is, but you have to understand trends. Because if you want to make real money online, right, you need to be ahead of those trends, not at the end, not even in the middle when everyone else is getting in. Like Facebook was the best when, you know, ads were in the first couple of years. It was like the Wild West with ads. You could launch any kind of ads for the most part and get them approved. Either the cost was a fraction of what we're paying now, all those things, right? But those are early adopters. So you have to get ahead of those things. So my big takeaway, my big advice for the day is like, look, talk to people about what kind of apps they're using, how they're communicating with their friends, how are they sharing on social, like what are they doing? Are they Snap? Are they Insta? Are they Twitter? Find out how they're using it, what apps they're using, what games they're playing, all of those things, because you need to understand who your target market is, and if you don't, you're screwed. Like that's just the way it goes, right? Like it doesn't work. So anyways, that's it for this. Go ask a 12-year-old. They'll tell you everything you need to know about social, and guess what? You won't have to pay them 10 grand just to tell you a bunch of freaking nonsense. That being said, I got a plug for you. We're going to be in Myrtle Beach October 7th. Myself, Eric Green, Arnold Thompson, going to be crushing the doors off that place, giving super valuable, relevant ways for you to grow your business, your brand, all that stuff. If you're interested, hit me up. I'll get you a link to Myrtle Beach. You can see all the info, and love to see you there. Catch you soon.